you want to understand? Do you want to understand how awful, how unbelievably unfair, unempathetic, and unheartfelt these caseworkers are? I'm going to tell you a little story about Nina had just been taken. Some time had gone by. They illegally did not give us our immediate visit that we were due within, I don't remember, it was somewhere between 3 and 7 days. They ended up having us go to a dark and gritty office in Sanford. Gave us the wrong, we weren't expecting a visit with her to take place in a strip mall of all places. We were never told this. We weren't necessarily looking for a strip mall. What we were looking for is a nice pretty building that said the state of Maine, DHS, something along those lines. You know, a nice, I mean, the amount of money that these people are fucking taking in, you would think that they would have a nice building that you would allow visitation with your child. No, they pick a nice little strip mall in Sanford, Maine. You go inside, cordoned off windows with the little microphones that you speak out of. They had all kinds of plastic chairs covered in filth and germs. It was disgusting and practically unbearable to see the conditions that my daughter had been brought to and the conditions that we were expected to endure to meet with our child after she had been removed. I mean, this place was so damn scurvy. I would have never have allowed her to go and touch or sit or do anything in a place to this magnitude at all. But yet, they know what's best, right? So you're going to have a visit with your daughter in this scurvy-ass strip mall place in downtown Sanford. We didn't know what we were looking for, so we stopped at CPS. We got her a bunch of things. We hadn't seen her. I mean, remind you that this was the first time that we had not been with our daughter. We had never been with her less than 3 hours to this point that they had taken her from us. No more than 3 hours had we separated from her. This is going on a week now, and we get to go see her in this little shithole DHS place. So we stop, we get her favorite candies, we get her some toys. Load up for bear. Because this isn't anything special that we would do to her to make her say, oh, yay, mommy and daddy. No, this is what we did with her on a daily basis because we loved her. We worked hard for her. Everything that we had was for her. And for you people of the DHS community to strip that integrity away from a little tiny girl, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, we stop, we get a pizza. Favorite thing at that point in time, pepperoni pizza. We stop, we pick her up a pizza. We get there, it's about, I don't know, I believe it was 14 past. Well, these sons of bitches lied and said that we were 45 minutes late. Mary wasn't going to get to have her visit. Mother's Day was right around that corner. I believe it was the following Sunday. Mother's Day. So I go in. I've already had to go out and tell Mary that because we're supposedly and allegedly late in the amount of time that we were not, that she was not able to see Nina. But they said, in lieu of this, I get to have a longer visit with Nina. Like I was supposed to be fucking excited. Nina is my daughter. Mary is Nina's mother. Aunt Mary is the one who carried that baby and made sure that baby was nurtured and nourished and taken care of for those 9 months. While my physical life experience was not interrupted by this beautiful thing, it was so for Mary. It was a hell of a life change. And she took that challenge with a straight up 100% fuck yeah, I'm going to be a mom. So for them to deny her daughter on Mother's Day, me being her husband, I was pretty fucking angry. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I was mad as hell. Get in the room. I sit down. Nina comes over. It's a weird fucking moment. Hadn't seen Nina in all this time. She's not sure what's going on. Sit down. I'm fuming about the stuff with Mary. Nina, it was a weird engagement. When they come and they strip your kid away from you. So now your kid's lost that security feeling, and they bring you back into a little room, and then this 23-year-old caseworker who's probably never been around a child in her life is going to sit there and fill out her notes in a notebook and judge me and my parenting skills? Ha! But I was holding my tongue and I was doing it for Nina, but I could feel the sweat just busting through my brow. The caseworker then makes a sly comment like, "Hey Nina, why don't you show Daddy," I don't even remember what it was, but something very stupid. So I'm sitting there, and she asked me, Darren, why don't you, something stupid, like, why don't you try to tell me I should engage with my kid? All right. And then makes some stupid remark about, like, oh, why don't you show her what we did, or what you and I, like with her and the caseworker, like she's this newfound glory whore to my child, right? So now I'm getting pretty fucking upset because you know what? There is one rule in life that I've always hold dear and to follow, is you respect your fucking elders, and these pieces of shit have lost that too. They think that they're God-given rights. No, you know what? They don't have God-given rights because these people are pure 100% satanic demons. You're not going to tell me any different. This woman was sitting there taunting me in front of a 3-year-old that just wanted her father. That's all that was happening. But they're going to flip the script, right? They're going to say, oh, Darren was aggressive and he was angry. Bullshit. I was a father. Angry that this stupid bitch wasn't going to allow my daughter, who was asking for the mother that she could see through the fucking window out in the parking lot, that she wanted to see her mother, point blank, period. So, Nina says, I gotta go to the bathroom. I don't know what to do, honestly, at this point. I don't know what the rules and regulations are. I really don't know, because nothing was explained to us. They took our daughter and bada bing, bada boom. That's it. It's heartless, people. It's fucking cruel. And it's not that too so much to us that we feel the damage, but to the child. What the fuck are we allowing these people to do to our children? So they dock me some points because I don't say, okay, Nina, let's go to the bathroom. Because this asshole caseworker has to, speak up and show some sort of parental duties that I didn't declare in front of them or some malarkey. I go by her. I look at her as I'm walking by. I said, are you really not going to let Mary see Nina on Mother's Day? And she says, Darren, this is inappropriate. We're not discussing this. End of story. Or we could cut your visit short too. Okay. So you're going to threaten me. You're going to threaten me for standing up for my daughter and my wife and their God-given right to be together on a day that was made for those two. I am the man. I am the ruler of the family. So I walk by and I go to the bathroom. Might as well. I can feel when I get angry or upset, or it's not upset as much as it is a feeling of anger, and my ears turned all kinds of shades of purple. Well, let me tell you something. These things were about as bright purple. I could feel the heat on my shoulders that So I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about the way I'm going to start to act or start to become undone. I get back, I'm sitting with Nina, and I finally feel the moment that I just can't. I can't anymore. Nina had a thing where saying I love you, Mary would always say she's an old soul. So she didn't just say I love you to bear that meaning, or to bear the words, I should say. I feel like she really knew or she really does know what that means and what it entails, and it's not something to just be given away, so she didn't do it. However, the caseworker, in her narratives, put all through it how Nina was, I love you, I love you, I love you, all this type of crap, and how much Nina doesn't talk about her dad, and she wasn't saying anything about her parents. All bullshit lies, because all this little girl knew up until this point was her fucking parents. So tell me how a little girl that just spent 3 months at Disney World had just her life. It wasn't about our life. We were in Nina's world. We were just living in it. We exist for her. So tell me how this little girl takes these moments, now instantly loves a caseworker, loves her, says it all the time. Love Kaylee, I love Kaylee so much, all this stuff. So I ask her. I said, hey, is it true? She says, what's that? I says, is it true what you wrote in that narrative? She goes, about what? Well, about the part that you said that Nina said that she loved you. She choked. She choked twice. And in a very low, unconfident voice, she says, yes, yes, it is true. Yeah, it is true, Darren. I looked at the clock. The clock said the time that it was supposed to be for Mary's visit to commence. I packed up my things. I looked at Nina. I said, honey, Daddy loves you. And I'm going to get going. And I'm going to let Mommy come in here and see you now, okay? Again, that is what a father does. Doesn't deny your child the love and affection of their mother. It embraces it, demands it, and executes whatever needs to be done to ensure that those needs and qualities and God-given rights are met. The caseworker stands up, yells, "Damn, you're being inappropriate." I said, "No, ma'am. No, you are not. And this whole thing, this whole circus, is a bunch of crap. And you're at the pitfall. You're in the center of it, Kaylee, and you're a damn liar. And what you're doing is wrong." Nina was under the table. Yes, she was. She comes out and she goes, "Daddy, why did you say that to her?" Kaylee says in her reports it's because Nina was scared. She was shivering. She was so nervous about her dad. No, she wasn't. Do you know what she was? She was confused. Because never, ever had she heard her father speak this way to anyone. Never had she heard me raise my voice to anyone. She wasn't asking why I did that in their sick, twisted, demented way of flipping this shit around, because that's too intelligible for a 3-year-old to comprehend and say the question that they were saying. They were saying that. She was saying that. Because she knew I was upset. She knew there was something wrong. She knew I was defending her from something she just didn't know what it was. So, of course, the tapes come out, my visits are suspended, whole bullshit family team meetings come out, panic buttons hit, World War III, like Rocky IV bullshit going on in there. Nope, that's what happened. What happened there was nothing more than what being a parent is, how they're supposed to make sure their children are safe, loved, cared for. And all I could do that day, to not let her, not leave there without her in my arms. But I knew there was a bigger fight. I knew this was going to be harder to deal with. So I let it be. And Mary never got to see her daughter on that Mother's Day. This is what these sons of bitches that we pay as taxpayers do to families that love each other and care for each other and demonstrate wholeheartedly family values. Think about that. As each second goes by that Nina is not here in our lives, I'm finding myself going through the stages of grief, right? Like going through the stages of, acceptance, except for it's not acceptance for me, but, like anger and gluttony and, like all of these different feelings and emotions that you get when you've lost something. And I'm stuck on anger. I am so stuck on anger, and I'm so stuck on hurt and broken. And for all these people to tell me that, well, it's over and, and let it go and all of this shit, fuck you. Fuck you, tell me to let it go? You're going to tell me to let go of the little girl who meant so much to Mary and I, so much to her grandparents, so much to her sister, and you're going to say let go of it? You've lost, let it be? No, that's not what's going on here. Number one, we are still in appeals, and these son of a bitches that went up against us, they broke the fucking law. Now, it's my job, not only as Nina's father, but as a citizen of the United States, to show the fraud in the courts, to show the conspiracy, to show all of this stuff. And it's all there, and it's all real. You know, there was a point in time where I believed in the American justice system and believed in that it was going to prevail and do the right thing and all of these things, and it didn't. This justice system that took Nina from us failed from the get-go. This justice system took a perfectly happy little girl, removed her from a safe, functioning, loving home, and put her into a place where I don't even know what's going on. I'm hoping and praying to God every moment of every second of every day that she's fine and she's happy. But why have I been dreaming about it so much lately? Why has Mary been dreaming about her so much lately? What's going on through her head? Is that somehow how the blood of our own, they keep getting in touch with us? It's been a year, 1 year, since those son of a bitches down at Department of Human Services decided that I couldn't talk to her. They decided without judge or jury or any sort of other things that they were the ones that were going to decide that I couldn't talk to Nina because I started this podcast. This very podcast that I'm still talking on 1 year later. Says it in the TPR thing, saying how I combated the caseworker in the entire way and I fought against them. You're damn right I fought against them because they were wrong. What they were doing was wrong. What they were trying to instill was wrong. They tried to break up Mary and I. Hey, Mary, if you leave Darren, then we'll give you Nina back. Really? That's what supports a strong family, huh? There is no signs of zero violence, domestic violence, childhood violence, any violence. I'm not a violent person. You know what's made me a violent person is this. This incident here has changed my fucking life. And I used to be a passive person saying, you know what, it'll get better, there's a reason for everything. No, I don't fucking believe that one bit anymore. I believe it's every man for themselves. You take what you want and you fucking get what you deserve. No, you don't get what you deserve. Because I would have a fucking pile of gold and I'm sure a lot of you would too. Getting what I deserve, what my kid taking away from me, my life, because this just stops your life. That's what this does. I have to go to a probation lady. And she says, well, we need to know what your future is. I don't have a future, lady. My future was dependent on my daughter growing up and me making sure that she was all right until she was out of the nest. That's what I feel like my life work is here as a father. Everything else is second to me. I can't believe how many people just entertain the fact that you should just move on with your life. Just go on with it. Act like it never happened. That will never, ever, ever happen. I want to know why my daughter was taken. I want to know why nobody opens their eyes or that they've listened to me when I've talked to all of these places. And here I come again. I've had my little lay down powwow, sorry for me shit. Well, that's over with now. I felt depressed. Couldn't even get out of my own fucking way. couldn't even get out of my way enough to do a podcast, which is nothing more than recording what I feel and what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. Well, I've got a lot to say. I've got a whole lot to say. And I've been cautious because also of the appeal going on. But you know what? I can't take it anymore. I cannot take how these people have lied and frauded and stolen time from my family. And it's okay. Well, let me tell you something. It's not okay. I'm coming, Nina. Victory and justice is coming. Because what about my daughter's rights? No one, we're not even talking about that. What about that little girl's rights to her parents? No, we don't ever talk about that in these cases, do we? No, we don't. What a violation of human rights that is. I want to know where the jurisdiction was for Nina to be taken from us. I want to know who overlooked the decisions of a 23-year-old caseworker to make the decisions that she made. I want to know who said that it was okay to go ahead and put forth TPR paperwork, because all I ever heard from the judge's mouth and from everybody's mouth was reunification was the goal. Now, I never saw one bit of legwork done by the Department of Human Services to enable reunification. We did everything on our side. We did everything on our side. We moved mountains a couple of times to make sure that we got to where we needed to be when we needed to be there. You put in a time, oh, you were 16 minutes late, driving 100 miles because we got a flat tire or this or that. Really, life happens. We were there. To understand how dirty and corrupt these people are. How they will go at nothing to take your child from you to ensure that they get that Title IV funding for your kid, for their state, for their livelihoods, themselves, to keep their jobs and all of this, because these people are hungry. Think about it. Their career is based on making decisions of stealing your child. I don't know what kind of person does this job. And for her to so easily go ahead and just throw away a family and have all these other entourage of, they were high-fiving at our fucking TPR here. They were high-fiving in the hallways at our TPR hearing. It shows the class that these people have. I don't even know where I want to begin or where I'm going to start. Or maybe this is my stop. Just thinking, how about this? How about we stay tuned for my next episode that will air on Wednesday the 15th. Today's the 12th, so the 13th is Monday, 14th. So Wednesday the 15th, my new episode. That's our daughter. It's going to have all kinds of good stuff in it. I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to have, I'm going to read the judge's decision in our case and let you take a listen to see why the judge decided that it was okay to go ahead and terminate our parental rights. So stay tuned for the newest episode, Wednesday the 15th, right here on Spotify. That's our daughter.